about you, but sometimes when I'm reading, I can find myself getting a little bit lost in all of the words. In this session, we're going to be looking at some texts and we're going to be practicing finding the main points within the texts. Let's have a look at our first example. This is a short story called Clowning Around. If you can, read along with me. Yesterday, I went to the circus and met a clown called Bongo. He had shoes the size of skateboards and a horn that squeaked every time he blinked. Bongo tried to juggle jelly, but it splattered all over the front row. Then he rode a tiny bicycle, crashed into a custard pie and shouted, "I meant to do that!" The audience laughed so hard, one man even dropped his popcorn into his hat. Bongo bowed, slipped on a banana and landed in a bucket. He stood up, soaked and smiling, and said, "Ta-da!" What I'd like you to do now is pause the video, have another read through yourself if you need to, and your job is to see if you can find the main points in this text. Have a go and then we'll talk about it together afterwards. Here I have written a short summary to point out the main parts of the text Clowning Around. Clown Bongo caused silly chaos at the circus, making everyone laugh with his clumsy tricks. I wonder if you noticed that the main parts of the story was that we have a very clumsy clown, he caused some silly chaos, and he made everybody laugh. Let's have a look at our second text for this session. This time we have what we call a non-fiction text, and that means it's an information text. And the information we're going to be reading about is all about jellyfish. So together we will have a read through our text, and then if you pause the video and see if you can write a short summary to identify the main parts of this text. So let's see if we can read it together. Jellyfish are sea creatures with soft jelly-like bodies and long stinging tentacles. They have no bones, no brain, and no heart. Some jellyfish glow in the dark and others are almost invisible. They float through the ocean using water currents to move. Jellyfish can be found in seas all over the world, and some are very dangerous to humans. Despite their sting, jellyfish play an important role in the ocean's food chain. Pause the video here and see if you can find the main points in this piece of text. Let me share my summary with you. Jellyfish are unusual sea creatures with stinging tentacles that drift through the ocean and help the food chain. So the main points that I've picked out from the text is that they are quite unusual, they have stinging tentacles, and they help the food chain. I wonder if you picked out those points as well. So now we're going to move on to our third and final example text, and this time I've chosen a poem called The Lost Sandwich. Again, if you can, read along with me. The Lost Sandwich. I made a sandwich big and bold, with cheese and ham and lettuce cold. I turned around to grab a drink, and then it vanished in a blink. I searched the table and checked the floor, peeked behind the kitchen door. Then I saw a trail of crumbs. My dog looked guilty. Here he comes. So pause the video here and see if you can find the main points in our poem. Your summary might sound something like this. Their sandwich mysteriously disappears until they realise the dog has eaten it. You have been practising taking a large piece of text and finding the main points within it. Well done, and see you again next time.